Hello everyone. Greetings and great evening from the Philippines. So welcome to Life Coach Corner, a community service of Life Coach Philippines, and our mission is to kindle awareness and foster appreciation for the vast toolkits and modalities of life coaching. We're streaming through the Facebook pages of Life Coach Philippines International and Life Coach Oman and YouTube channel Life Coach Philippines International. So if you're new to Life Coach Philippines International or if you're watching through a shared link, then please take a moment to like and follow Life Coach Philippines International. This way, we can stay connected for future learning opportunities. So Life Coach Corner is a visionary community project of Life Coach Philippines, and we are committed to fostering the growth of coaching professionals and enthusiasts. It aims to provide essential resources and strategies propelling the ethical practice of coaching skills into a flourishing profession and business. So each live episode offers a window into the coaching experience, extending its transformative benefits to individuals seeking profound personal and professional growth. So for this month of March, we are doing the SPIN method, which is your passport to unparalleled success. So the SPIN method is a revolutionary approach to goal achievement comprising four essential steps. So what is that? That's four. What is that four essential steps? It's study, practice, implement, and next steps, which is SPIN method. Kaya siya SPIN because it's study, practice, implement, and next step. So S is again for study, where we get into diving into the ocean of knowledge and where you get to arm yourself with insights that will propel you to the top. P stands for practice, where you can get to sharpen your skills with relentless dedication until excellence and not perfectionism. Again, excellence is your default mode, and I signifies implementation. So when you talk about implementation, it's time to stop dreaming and start doing. When you talk about implementation, it's all about taking action, seizing the moment, and of course, watching your dreams unfold as you take those actions. And N, it's about seizing the future, where you get to chart or map out your course and set your insight on new horizons. And of course, you never get to settle less than extraordinary. So that is the SPIN method. And of course, the SPIN method provides a clear framework for individuals to dive deep into their goals, hone their skills, take decisive actions, and continually evolve towards greater success. And of course, with the SPIN method, you can unlock your full potential and rewrite your stories of achievement. So it's March 20, and this live episode is entitled Building Self Compassion and Self Love. So you are tuning in via Facebook and YouTube Live, no, as we get to unravel the secrets of mastering social interactions and unlocking your true potentials through building self-compassion and self-love. So, sino po dito ang gusto ng self-compassion and self-love? Hashtag me. Okay? So, before I proceed, we have our viewers talaga inisip talaga. So, we have our fellow learners for this evening. So, we have Bianca and si Coach Joanne. Hello. Magandang evening. Okay? So, again, we're going to learn the building self-compassion and self-love through the SPIN method, which will be your ticket to greatness. And of course, when you get to really build self-compassion and self-love, you will be able to propel yourself to greatness and get ready for different breakthroughs in your life. And of course, ito na, dahil dyan, are you ready to rewrite your story? So before I proceed, of course, I am your coach. So I am Coach Candee Teng, and as a life coach, I support people who are challenged with self-worth to do self-care, self-acceptance, and foster self-value so that they can gain the self-esteem to live life with creative expression through the platform of life coaching. Ganyan. So, of course, no, when you talk about self-worth, okay? Self-worth, lahat yan kasama yan, di ba? Self-love, okay, we often hear self-love, yan, self-compassion, yan. But of course, no, you have to go somewhere first that you have to see, no, yung worth mo as a person, your worth as a person, because you really do not truly cannot love, no, something or someone, no, who you do not see as worthy, who you do not see as someone valuable, di ba? So, kailangan po, no, before we get to love other people, we get to love ourselves first. And for us to be able to foster that self-love, we have to see our worth as an individual. We have to accept ourselves, di ba? We have to value ourselves as a person, of course, and of course, no, para mag-build yung self-love niya, you also need self-compassion. Kaya very timely, very napakagandang topic, building self-love, self-compassion and self-love. So with that, okay, I encourage you to click the caption of this video, okay, because we have an intake form. It's a gift, hashtag gift, okay. So you will see there a link, and then when you click on it, I encourage you to download it now so we can run through the intake form, okay? So part yan ng ating study. So you get to understand as well, no, ano yung path kung bakit ganun yung tawag dito, yung intake form, okay? So it's called Building Self-Compassion and Self-Love Intake Form. Hello here, Rock, okay? Good evening. Okay, so again, I encourage you, before I proceed, to dive in, no, and open up the Building Self-Compassion and Self-Love Intake form. Of course, I do encourage you to answer it now, but you can just open it so we can have an idea, no, what we are going to go through. Okay, so we all, of course, no, have encountered, or probably you may be encountering frustrating moments or events or challenging in your life right now, no. So we all encounter all this kind of frustrating events, situations, challenges in our lives that put our limits in the front row. Alam mo yung tinitest talaga yung limit natin and see, no, how far we can go. Okay, hello Coach Darbel. And of course, it's so easy to beat ourselves up. Sino po yung nakaka-relate, no? Pag may nangyayari, no, it is really, really easy. And probably, no, yung tinatawag nila default mode. Probably it's already your default mode to beat yourself up, no? O pag nagkamali ka, di ba, you beat yourself up, lahat ng hindi magagandang things, no, sinabi mo sa sarili mo, na ni-run through mo pa lahat ng mistakes na nangyari, okay, sa'yo. Sino po yung nakaka-relate dito? Okay? So, when this happens, no, again, it is so easy to criticize ourselves. It is so easy to beat ourselves up, no? But with this as well, no, it is an opportunity as well that you can see that you can let the power of self-love transform your views of life, starting with the practice of self-compassion. Kaya sa self-compassion and self-love. So, uunahin natin sa self-compassion, okay? So, if you could just improve one thing in your life, no, let it be self-love, because as much as you need love from others, of course, you need to receive love from yourself first. So if you are no full of frustrations about yourself, then this is the key. Sino hindi tayo pag frustrated na frustrated ka na sa sarili mo. Nainis na inis ka na sa sarili mo, pikon ka na sa sarili mo, sinasabi mo wala ka nang ginawang tama. Sino po yung nakaka-relate niyan? Okay, don't get me wrong. I also have moments like this, and of course, kaya nga tayo may coaching, kaya tayo may building self-compassion and self-love intake form, no. So with this, of course, no, when this happens, you want to be able to try to practice self-compassion to increase your self-love and end your self-frustrations. Ayan, sino po may gusto niyan? Who wants that, no? Who wants that? Na hashtag me, ano. Good evening, Coach Sean. Ayan. So, yung intake form na yan, no, again, if you're just joining us in, we have our building self-compassion and self-love intake form that you can download in the caption of this video, okay? And this intake form aims to better understand your current mindset, your challenges, and of course, no, your aspirations related to building self-compassion and self-love. And it will guide our coaching session, no, if you wish to proceed, which I encourage you to proceed, no, and it will guide our coaching sessions to provide a tailored support. Okay, ibig sabihin tailor fitted, no, personalized, customized according to you, no, in fostering a more positive and nurturing self relationship. Okay, yung relationship sa self, okay, very, very important. Yeah, so let's dive in, no. So Yung self-love, technically, no, it is so much related to your mental sanity or your mental health, okay? Self-love keeps your mental sanity. So whenever our self-love is being challenged and we compromise our self-love, pagpapansin mo, tuluyan no, na-compromise din po ang mental health natin. That's why self-love, okay, building self-love, practicing self-love is very, very important. And not being able to practice self-love is the very reason we struggle because we cannot take on a lot of things that happen to us kasi kulang no, ang relationship natin sa sarili natin at ang pagmamahal natin sa sarili natin. Okay? So, pag sinabi naman ng self-compassion, what does it actually mean? Okay? So, self-compassion means being supportive. Okay? Being supportive with yourself. Okay? So, pag titingnan mo siya, di ba, it's compassion. It's easy to find, to give compassion to other people, but it's actually very hard to give compassion to ourselves. Okay? So, pag sinabi ng compassion, di ba, when your friend is going through something, going through the challenging time, di ba, usually ikaw yung nagsusupport, di ba? You support, okay? You feel their pain, give them that space that let them know that it's okay, di ba? That it's okay, that you comfort them, that you care for them in that moment, di ba? Tapos talagang instead of going through the rumination, the negative things, di ba tinatry mo? You try to uplift your friend. So when you talk about self-compassion, it's the same thing, but this time, it's towards you. Paloob, no? Pabalik sa'yo. Papunta sa'yo, hindi kay friend. It goes to you. So again, when you talk about self-compassion, it means being supportive, especially to yourself, no? When you're facing a life challenge, when you feel inadequate, okay, or you make a mistake, na yun talaga binibig yung sarili mo talaga, di ba? Tapos lahat ng negative narratives lumalabas, it's when self-compassion is needed the most, okay? So instead of just ignoring your pain with ano, no, yung kaya ko to, let's move on, or not really getting into the bottom of your emotions, that really looking into what happened, no, talagang, kaya mo to, or alam mo yung nagta-tough love ka sa sarili mo, okay? Wag po ganun, okay? Or you get to get carried away by your negative thoughts and emotions, no? When you talk about self-compassion, you stop, no? You stop to tell yourself, this is really difficult right now. How can I comfort and care for myself in this moment? Kasi di ba when we have someone, a friend that is going through tough times, di ba, you ask them, how can I comfort you? How can I care for you? What can I do for you? Di ba tinatanong natin yun? So when you talk about self-compassion and self-love, you have to get into that moment and ask yourself, what do I need right now? Okay. This what I am going through, this thing that I am going through is difficult for me right now, is challenging for me right now. So how can I comfort myself? What do I need to comfort myself? What do I need to care for myself in this moment? So when you talk about comfort, it's not self-indulgence. Okay, sinabi din to ni Master Coach Jay. Hello Coach Joanna, hello Coach Nords. It is not self-indulgence. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya yung you run away kasi we all have our our default modes of running away from pain and not facing it. Okay, magkaiba po yun. Hindi siya yung self-indulgence that you will isolate yourself, that you will allow yourself to just eat or you allow yourself to go shopping. Okay, hindi po ito yung self-compassion. Self-compassion is truly getting to know yourself, comforting yourself, and caring for yourself instead of mercilessly judging and criticizing yourself, no, for various inadequacy or your shortcoming, no. Self-compassion means that you are kind to yourself. Ibig sabihin, may self-kindness ka, no, and understanding, okay? May understanding ka sa sarili mo, especially when you are confronted with your feelings. After all, di ba, sino nga ba nasabi na kailangan perfect tayo? We are human. It's a natural thing, no, for everyone to fail. Ayan. Hello, Coach Joanna, Coach Janet, magandang evening. Ayan. So, with all the struggles that we have today, no, let's dive into self-compassion, di ba? Ayan, na-download na ni Coach Darbel si Intake 4, okay? So, three things under self-compassion that we must be mindful of, no? Kasi medyo pag titingnan mo si self-compassion, di pa pala laki-laki niya, okay? There are three things that you want to be able to understand, okay? This is the study part, okay, of the SPIN method. First is self-kindness. Second is common community and mindfulness versus over-identification. Okay, when you talk about self-compassion, it means again compassion for oneself that you must come first because sabi nga, just like it's self-love, no? You cannot give what you do not have. So, ganun din po yung self-compassion. You cannot give compassion if you do not practice compassion to yourself, okay? So what do you need to become better, okay? So you want to be able to become warm and understanding towards ourselves. That's when it means, no, when you are compassionate, when you are being kind to yourself, no, especially when you are suffering, when you complain, when we feel inadequate, and when the sino po yung meron dito yung moments no that when you feel that the world is ignoring you, okay? And there is so much in us that we can give, pero feeling mo talaga in-ignore ka ng world, in-ignore ka ng mga tao sa paligid mo, no? So, you want to be able to recognize that even if it feels that the world deserted you, you still believe in yourself, di ba? Ang hirap naman nun, di ba? You feel mo na nga, dinesert ka na ng ibang tao, di ba? Ikaw pa ba naman, i-desert mo pa ba yung sarili mo? Ikaw mo ba sarili mo? Siyempre, hindi, di ba? So, when you talk about self-kindness, self-compassion, nandun po yun, that everyone can go against you, but you do not go against yourself. You firmly hold on to it. And when people hurt you, offend you, aggrieve you, you will be the first one to hug yourself. Hindi ikaw yung unang magbibit sa sarili mo. Ikaw yung unang-unang yayakap sa sarili mo and gently look at the situation and protect yourself, okay? Protect yourself, not isolate yourself. Magkaiba po yun. I will always remind that it's different, okay? So it's not about running after people in order to please them, in order to prove that we are worth their attention. Okay? So when you talk about self-compassion, it's about pursuing your sanity first. Ikaw muna yung sanity mo kasi yung self-love niyan, self-compassion niyan, it's very much related to mental health. So you want to secure your mental health first. You want to secure your sanity first. Of course, yung second niyan, di ba, your identity in God. Siyempre, pag nagkakagulo niyan, ang hirap-hirap niyan. So yung next na pwede mo siya hawakan, di ba, sa lahat na sinasabi sa'yo, syempre yung mga failures niyan, dami yung sinasabi mo sa'yo, you want to be able to secure yourself mo. Ano ba yung identity mo? In God, okay? Sino ka ba? Di ba? Bilang sinasabi nila ng Diyos. Ano yung sa'yo? You want to be able to secure that. Kasi pag wala yan, no, nako, hahayaan talaga natin lahat no ng lies, especially yung shame natin, yung guilt natin, lahat yan lalabas no yung regret. And when we do not firmly hold ourselves in the identity of God or identity in God, madadala ka talaga sa shame niyan at lalo kang babagsak, no? And of course, lastly, yun ko, recognizing that you are human, okay? You are human and you make mistakes. And when you make mistakes, there is no need to beat yourself up, but you have again to be the first one to hug yourself in order for you to pick yourself up. Talagang babangon mo din yung sarili mo. Of course, no? Kasama dyan si self-acceptance. It's being mindful about how you treat yourself as well, no? And how you are responding to how other people treat you. Kasi mamaya, no, they are already treating you badly, tapos, di ba, you treat yourself badly pa. Pwede naman din talaga, no, yung tao sa paligid mo, they are treating you well. Okay, they are treating you well, but because nga wala yung self-compassion and yung self-love sa sarili mo, you still treat yourself, no, badly, okay, na sinasaktan mo yung sarili mo, that eventually you get to hurt others as well, even if they mean well to you. So, lahat po yan ay kasama ng self-compassion and self-love. Okay, yun po yung introduction. So, the first question actually in the intake form mo is yung current self-perception mo. Of course, we have to first know ano yung point A natin when you talk about building self-compassion. and self-love, of course, no, you want to be able to ask yourself, no, ano ba yung current relationship mo with yourself? Kasi, syempre, no, yung sarili mo, may relationship ka sa sarili mo. Ano ba yung relationship mo yan? Okay, describe your current relationship with yourself. Of course, no, describe mo siya whatever it looks like to you, okay? Again, this is a space of self-compassion, so no judgment, okay? Talagang describe mo lang. Just plainly describe, the objective. Describe right now your current relationship with yourself and how would you rate your level of self-compassion and self-love no, on a scale of 1 to 10, okay? 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, okay? Whatever your scale is, remind yourself that it's okay, okay? It's okay na yan yung score mo right now. Pag feeling mo sa standard mo mababa, remember, it's okay. Remind mo yung sarili mo, self-kindness, self-compassion, self-love, okay lang. It matters is you have to thank yourself kasi, oy, self, you're doing great because you are able to identify your point A. Okay? Identifying your point A will allow us to move to point B. Okay? Pwedeng ganon. Okay? Hold mo muna yung, yung pag-judge and criticize sa sarili. Sabihin mo talaga, oh, self-compassion and self-love itong intake form na to. Okay? Daanan natin ng maayos. Okay? The next question is your desired self-compassion. So, di ba, syempre, I'm sure meron kang picture ng self-compassion. As I run through self-compassion, di ba, and self-love, then ask yourself, no, what does self-compassion and self-love look like to me? Ikaw, okay, to you personally. Okay, personally, how do you envision these qualities positively impacting your life? In short, iba dyan, another term that you can use for this is how can you see life differently when you are able to build self-compassion and self-love. Okay? Huwag niyo pong sagutin dyan na it will be different. Okay? Malamang alam naman natin magiging different to where you are right now. But if you can like very specifically put in there paano talaga no envision these qualities positively impacting your life. Ibig sabihin, ito yung self-compassion no, na gusto ko and self-love. Ito yung gusto ko self-compassion and self-love. And this is how it's going to positively impact my life. If you want to be able to really max out in using this intake form, it's better if you can put like family, different areas of your life. Family, work, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with friends, relationship with if you have a partner, yung romantic partner mo, kung wala, o di ba doon tayo sa friends, okay, so workmates, or ibang areas pa ng buhay mo, pwede din fun and recreation, hobbies, passion, yan, pwede lahat yan. Okay, it's better to be specific, okay, remind yourself that you are doing this, okay, for you, okay. Then the next question is challenges in self-acceptance, okay? What obstacles or negative beliefs about yourself do you face in practicing self-compassion and self-love? Again, when you talk about self-compassion and self-love, kailan po yan talaga na-challenge, no? Whenever we are faced with tough times, okay? Whenever we commit mistakes, ayan, dyan po talaga na-challenge yung di ba, yung self-accept, yung self-compassion and self-love. So, titingnan mo dito, no? Ano ba yung mga negative beliefs na ito na lumalabas whenever there are obstacles or negative beliefs about yourself na nag-compromise ng self-compassion and self-love. Ano yan, di ba? Kasi it challenges your self-acceptance. And like I said, yung self-acceptance, part yan siya, okay, ng self-compassion and self-love. And then the next one, of course, is negative self-talk. So, syempre, meron ng, di ba, nandito na si self-acceptance, di ba? Yun na-challenge kang tanggapin sa sarili mo. Okay, ano ba yung na-challenge ka na tanggapin sa sarili mo? And then, of course, no, when that happens, kasi may mga negative self-talk na pumapasok. So, now, you want to be able to reflect on any recurring negative thoughts or self-critical inner dialogue. Okay, yan, yung mga automatic na pumapasok. Okay, wala ka na ginawang tama. Okay, okay. Ito, example to ha. Example, wala ka na ginawang tama. Okay, yung mga overgeneralization na yan. Okay, ano ba yung mga recurring negative thoughts mo, hindi mo kaya. Sabi, ganyan, di ba? Madami tayo niyan. So, it is best if you can like literally list it down para ma-identify, makita po yan ng brain. And if you're wondering if you can like syempre nakuha niyo, di ba, yung intake form, if you can like answer it on laptop or on your notepad or on your device, you can, but it's better if you like, you can write it. Kasi there is a science no, na may nangyayari talaga sa brain pag sinusulat natin yan, okay? So, upon identifying it now, ask yourself, how do these thoughts affect your self-perception? Okay? Kasi nga, oftentimes, no, kahit hindi totoo, hindi yun tayo, no, but because we really have this negative self-talk na binibig talaga natin yung sarili natin, no, hindi natin, oftentimes, we are not aware and we are not mindful that tayo mismo nag-a-adapt tayo doon sa negative talk na yun, okay? That eventually we become toxic to ourselves. And of course, no, pag toxic ka sa sarili mo, you become toxic to other people as well. So, ask yourself, how do these thoughts, okay, affect my self-perception, okay? And then the next one is desired outcome, okay? So, knowing about it now, lahat yan ng negative talk, yung level ng compassion mo ngayon, yung desired level of compassion, yung challenges mo, no? Now, desired outcomes, syempre, ito na. What specific changes or improvements would you like to see in your relationship with yourself to this process? So, syempre, nagka-picture ka na ngayon, di ba, ng different areas of your life and how um, negative self-talk is affecting you. Okay, ngayon to tayo, so anong gusto mong mangyari? Anong gusto mong makita? Diba? You want to be able to specify kaya nga specific changes or improvements no, that you would like to see in your relationship with yourself through this process of building self-compassion and self-love. Okay, so sabi ni Coach Nord, yes, no to judgment sa self. So, kaya natin ito. Yan, kaya natin ito sa self. Sabi ni Coach Sean, our narratives can be outdated. Yan, and can be challenged. So, it can be updated. Kasi this is a very true no, si Coach Sean. Kasi oftentimes, no, when we experience challenges in the present moment, would you agree with me yung negative self-talk natin and yung self-critical inner dialogue natin, when it pops up, hinuhugot niya lahat ng nangyari sa past, even if it is no longer you in the present moment. Pero dahil na ang lakas ng hugot niya, no? And natatamaan yung self-compassion and self-love natin, no? We are not able to really counter it. And then eventually, di ba, yon hindi natin, sabi nga ni Bianca, we have a hard time no, allowing ourselves to rise up. So for us to allow ourselves to rise up, no, we have to look into again yung relationship mo with yourself and your ability to have self-compassion and self-love with yourself. Okay? And now, going through all this intake form, no, sinagutan mo na ko lahat to. Now, ask yourself, commitment to growth na tayo. Siyempre, nakita mo ito lahat, di ba? On a scale of 1 to 5, how committed are you to investing time and effort? Because, syempre, in building self-compassion and self-love, time and effort talaga to kasi kinukultivate mo siya. You have to cultivate self-compassion and self-love, and it is a process and it is a practice. So, um, whenever challenges meet you tuloy, whenever challenges come and you experience challenges, di ba, pwede medyo pag tinamaan ng konti sa self-compassion, self-love, but you rebuild it again. So, it's like muscles, no? Palalakasin natin yung muscles natin of self-compassion and self-love. So, wherever you are right now, pag feeling mo medyo, coach, maliit talaga yung self-compassion and self-love ko, then know that it is okay. Again, know that it is okay because there is process, there is room to strengthen your relationship with yourself and room to cultivate self-compassion and self-love for yourself. Kaya masabi, di ba sa spin method, practice, okay? We have to put in place no practices that can help you continuously implement no self-compassion and self-love. And with that, of course, the next is next steps. Okay, so your next steps, you have three. Actually, you have three choices, no? First, you can implement alone. So, knowing this, di ba, dinaanan mo yung intake form, sinagutan mo, then nakita mo, coach, ito yung kailangan ko i-build, okay, for me to get the self-compassion and self-love. This is what I have to do. You can do that, okay? Number one, implement alone, okay? Then, second, get help to implement. Ibig sabihin, partner with me. Okay, since this is an intake form, as you message, as you complete the intake form, no, we can have a coaching session, get help to implement, and allow me to journey with you, allow me to help you in order to implement, in order for you to start, building your self-compassion and self-love. But of course, meron tayong third, okay? But this is one thing that I would not encourage, of course, is to forget do nothing to implement. Okay? Yung narinig mo to, nag-join ka, nakuha mo yung toolkit, tinignan mo, hindi mo sinagutan, or pwedeng tinignan mo, sinagutan mo, tapos kinalimutan mo. Huwag po ganun. Okay? Because it will be detrimental to your mental health kasi may bumukas na yan sa brain mo, no? And you have to really work for it. And when you talk about self-compassion and self-love, no, it is your relationship with yourself. So you never do nothing for yourself kasi it is your life, okay? You live. And sabi nga ni Coach Sean, di ba, help is available. You don't have to go through the journey on your own. Yes, you can do number one, which implement alone, but when you do number two, no, you get to have a safe space. When you get help, no, get help from a certified life coach like me, like us, Coach Juan and Jan, pwede din, di ba? When you get to really work with someone, we get to hold that safe space for you to become vulnerable even in for your own self. Kasi sino po yung nandito doon. There are times na pati ikaw challenge ka to become honest and vulnerable with yourself as well. Kasi nga, puno na ng negativity, puno ng toxicity, puno ng negative self-talk. And your key to that is actually building self-compassion and self-love, of course. And if you do not have that space, okay, where you feel emotionally safe, psychologically safe, okay, physically safe, then I invite you to come over here at Pick Up Cover Republic. This is our coaching hub, the home of certified CACC life coaches here in the Philippines. We are open Mondays to Saturdays from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. Okay, so visit us, okay, talk with a certified life coach, everyone that serves here are coaches, okay? And I am here as well. So, pwede natin ito i-process ng toolkit na to. This intake form, okay? So remember, having compassion for yourself means that you honor and accept your humanness. Okay? It means human ka. Okay? We are not perfect. Okay? And things will not always go the way you want them to. You will encounter frustrations, losses, ano ba, challenges. You will make mistakes. Okay? Kasama yan. It is part of being human. Okay? It is part of life that you will make mistake. Okay? And pwede, no, makikita mo yung mga limitations mo, okay, mga self-limiting beliefs mo, you will fall short of your ideals, okay, mga expectation versus reality mo. You have to know that this is being human, okay? Ito po yung reality of being human. And this is a reality that is shared by all. Okay? Even the strongest people that you see out there, di ba? Dinaanan din nila ito. Okay? Dinaanan nila ito, dinadaanan nila ito. They build self-compassion, they build self-love to be where they are right now. And you too can do it, and you too can start. And pag titingnan mo siya, it is again a human condition, a reality shared by all of us. So the more you open, no, and accept this reality na tao tayo and nagkakamali tayo and work with it instead of constantly, no, fighting against ourselves, okay, the more you will be able to feel compassion for yourself and your fellow beings, human beings, no, in the experience of life. So, mas mag-feel mo ng, ng compassion and love again. So, by going through again this intake form and by understanding your current mindset, what challenges, no, yung mindset na yan, yung relationship mo with yourself and aspirations related to building self-compassion and self-love, you can better learn ways, of course, on how to treat yourself with love by practicing self-compassion, even if you are frustrated with yourself, okay? And you will understand deeply that being human means that we are mortal, vulnerable, and imperfect. Okay, imperfect, but we can go and strive for excellence when we have self-compassion and self-love. Ayan. So thank you for joining me this evening, okay, for Life Coach Corner as we went through the topic of building self-compassion and self-love. And of course, I invite you to join us every night as we unveil invaluable insights from Coach A Coaching Upskill Blueprint Circle, which paves the way for your monumental success in 2024. And together, let's embark on a journey of mastering the spinning method continuously this month of March. And again, I invite you to join us in person for our face-to-face community events every Tuesdays. We have Kapihan Nights with Master Coach A every Thursday, which is tomorrow. It's Cabin Life at the Campfire, which is a prayer night. Okay, and on Saturdays, we have Four Cups Community Mental Health Talk with Master Coach A, where she discussed the four pillars of mental health. And si self-compassion and si self-love, pag titingnan niyo po yan, kasama yan sa isa sa mga pillars ng mental health. Because again, when we are not able to foster self-compassion and self-love, yung sanity natin gets compromised. Okay? So I really invite you to join us every Saturday at 7 p.m. here in Bicap Coffee Republic. We are located along Pioneer Road, corner Brixton and United States, Capitolio, Pasig City. And of course, after ng mental health community talk na yan, we have Fab Saturday open mic for creative expression, which is tailored as well, for your mental health. And with that, I invite you as well to join us back tomorrow for day 21, okay, with Coach Sean, where he will be talking about work-life harmony. So for coaching classes and services, please send us a message or send email to connect@mastercoachday.com. And of course, I encourage you to share your insights for tonight's learning and use hashtag #PackMyBagMoment. Okay, so we can see your postings and please do tag our page so we can engage in your social media content. Ayan. So we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. This is us in the Philippines. Love a boom, love a boom, love a boom. Bye-bye.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag-and-drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag-and-drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.